You know, I don't think Israel's the real problem here. I think it's not enough people drinking beer next to a body of water. That's what I think it is.
I'm static, roaming through your radio, interference to the signal, disturbance to your favorite show. I'm panic, playing back in stereo. I was stranded by the ripple of this broken speaker cone.
Now, welcome back to the Pigeonhole, everybody. This is episode 57. 57 of the Pigeonhole. I think you guys know exactly what goes on here. Once a month on Sundays, I will release the Pigeonhole. And what you do for the Pigeonhole is you will go into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord and you will put in any meme, any tweets, anything that you want in there. Honestly, you can put anything that you want in here, and it will be featured on the next show. I've been doing this 57 times, and I have not gotten taken down yet, and we're trying to, folks. We really are trying to do it. This is the anti-censorship radio that Styles Rebel Radio is shooting for. Again, the pitch. Styles Rebel Radio, Discord, under the Pigeonhole tab, put whatever you want in there. Come on, y'all. Let's try to get it. You know, last time, I guess the numbers didn't really do so well. The last episode was called Adolf His Her. I thought that was going to be a hit. Not really. Not really that much of a hit. But I ran out of beer. The struggle is real. That was a hit. That episode really was a hit. So I don't know. Let's see how this episode goes. The reason you're most likely here is because you saw the title and you went, huh, nice, dude. Oh, dude, nice, dude. But this is what we do. So this is an audience participation thing that goes on here. So, let's do it. So we're going to go through the memes that have been sent into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord for about a month or so. And the first one is Willie Nelson holding a White Claw with Waylon, Willie and Waylon. And it's White Claw River, take my mind. Don't let her TikTok torture me. I know Styles sent that just so he can have that little audio bit of me doing that. But that's exactly what I've been trying to do there. But dude, do you think Willie would drink a White Claw? I'm not too sure. You think if Waylon could drink a new drink, what would it be? You think it would be like not like what? But Yingling has those new flights out. Are they any good? I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't know. So the next. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Willie would definitely be drinking a White Claw. Waylon, I can't just say like Coors Banquet or something like that, but I'm not sure. What's the next thing that you're talking about here? Saying Style sent it in. It's, what does this say? It says, okay, be me, drunk. County jail calls. It's mom. Son, I'm out of prison. Can you come pick me up? It's raining. Is this you want me to read this in a you want me to read this in like a noir voice? I know this has got to be a reference to something, and I know that everybody listening to this right now is just like, oh yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that 100%. Be me, drunk. Be me, drunk. County jail calls. This is more. I went from noir to western. Be me, drunk. County jail calls. It's mom. Son, I'm out of prison. Can you come pick me up? It's raining. I can't do that transatlantic noir voice. It just turns out like I start sounding like I'm smoking the Reds on daily, dude. It's just not. I don't know. I can't do it. That's what I'm saying is you just got to sit back one day. It's like you're like the old codgers that we all are, them old crotchety codgers, which is a killer band name. And just sit back with your pipe next to the water. And then, it just needs to, you just need to sit there and maybe blow up a maybe blow up a little boat scaring away the duck. You know what I mean? That is probably one of the stupidest references that I've ever made, and I know no one will. Just look up Condor Tobacco advert, and that will pop up. What a reference. I think there's only like, I don't know how many thousand views of it on YouTube. It's crazy. I think Snape, the guy who plays Snape, is the guy smoking the pipe in that, by the way. I'm not sure, but what a tangent. All right. Style sent this. This is from Brunt Workwear. And it's looks like a Western Comfort boot. Like a cowboy boot that you can wear and just walk around in. It says piss and shit resistant. I thought it said restraint. Imagine putting on a pair of them old shit kickers and all of a sudden you just can't kick shit. Can't get out, can't kickstart it. Won't get out of you one bit. Can't piss either. You know? And it's, man, dude, how can something like that? I mean, aren't all cowboy boots that, though? If they're good. If they're good. You know how, oh, dude. You know how there's that old, like, elementary, middle school trick that people would do where they, like, poop in a paper bag and they throw it up against, you know, throw it at someone's front door and then they set it on fire? What if you got an old boot and you did that? No more of this creating a flower pot out of your boot. We don't want any of that. What we want you to do is we want you to do the old dump and burn, the old razzle and dazzle, the old shittle and sizzle. I think we need to do that in there. So, okay, Jake. Jake is someone on the show. Go watch Off Air if you want to know who Jake, or listen to Off Air if you want to know who Jake is. Jake, he's sending me Mighty Machines full episodes. He heard in the last episode, send anything that you want and we will, okay, it's 27 minutes. You know what, guys? Fine. We're going to sit here for 27 minutes and we're going to watch Mighty Machines full episode, bringing in the harvest. All about farm equipment. Okay. Realistically out there, who plays Farming Simulator? I don't get that level of tism that people have where they're just like, they get home from work and they play the simulator game of the job that they do. The only job that makes sense into me is like flight simulators, because they actually use those simulators to like train on pilot, and the technology for those simulators is crazy good. I don't think Farming Simulator, how much can change? I'm sorry if there's one of you in here that needs to enlighten me more on the farm sim lore and the farm sim updates and the patch drops and everything. I don't think it's that drastic as like this new Xbox CEO coming in and dropping the Game Pass from $30 to like $23, and then she's just talking about all these things like COD is no longer on the Game Pass and it's all of that. I mean, it's just, yeah. Oh yeah. Also this week, wasn't it Jeff Bezos, his rocket blew up? You know, you see that video on the news? Jeff Bezos trying to launch out a rocket and it exploded. All right, guys, expect your Prime membership to go up probably $1 for this month, or $2, something like that. I'm like, oh, I haven't even noticed it. Yeah. Well, probably there's your reason. That's the very first thing I saw when that rocket blew up. I knew there weren't people on it because they said there wasn't people on it, which is also crazy. The fact that they can launch those things into space and there's no one manning it, it's all computer. That's crazy. I'm just saying, man, we need more people by the water. And just drinking a cold one, or a few cold ones, or perhaps many cold ones, sitting by the water. Maybe not even on the water, in the water, next to the water. We're talking lakes, we're talking rivers, we're talking ponds, we're talking streams. Come on. You know, people always raving about Israel. They're the problem. It's the Jews. They're the problem. I think the problem is that you're not drinking enough beer next to the lake. Just saying. You know, I'm not trying to be a supporter. I'm just a supporter of Israel. I'm just saying, I think there's some things we could be doing to kind of put them in the background. You know what I'm saying? They think they can do all of this stuff right here. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting next to the lake with my Condor pipe, blowing up small boats. You know, that's me with my little submarine. And okay, Style, This next AI, it's the Trump AI generated image of him as like the Messiah going out and healing something. Is that an HVAC system? It is. Yeah. The American flag. I'm glad that the military's still there, that old timer. But he's repairing that HVAC system. I think most people need that right now. You know, this is what the world needs. What would HVAC G's? That's dumb. Okay. And the style sent the next thing. And this looks like it is in, it's in the pregnancy test aisle at a store, which is it looks like it's a tag. It says, looks like you might need another bedroom. Austin Smith, realtor. He's a realtor and he put his advertising in the pregnancy section. That's pretty good. You know, that's pretty solid. Realtors out there, if you're listening to this, you need to do that right now. Would you get in trouble for that? Would it be soliciting in a public space? You have your information there and you're throwing it in. You definitely have to. He definitely put that in there without the store owner knowing, or the manager knowing, because that's crazy. If this is a local place, I don't know what local places are selling like pregnancy tests other than it looks like a store, like a grocery store, not a Walgreens, because to be honest, it looks liminal. It might be AI. I don't know. I don't think it is. But that's pretty good. It might be. Our pregnancy test $13. I thought they were like 40. I don't know. I have no idea. I have a kid and I don't even know that. All right. But yeah, that is placement at its finest. That's really good. So if you're a realtor and you want to up your game, I want you to go to a pregnancy aisle and I want you to say, boom, call me, contact me in this. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, the next one, style, it's a photo of a Roku TV remote. My kids found an old Roku remote in the basement and are convinced it's from another dimension. What do you mean it's from another dimension? Are Roku TV remotes getting old? That's what? What do they use? How do you activate your TV now? Is this just supposed to be rage baiting me? I think it is, because I don't. What do you do with the Roku? Like, you broke me. This absolutely broke me, and I think that's the intended purpose of it. Because what other TVs are there new TVs that aren't Roku now? I know there's Samsung, and I know there's like TCLs, but like what else? What else are we rocking with here? What do you mean your kid thinks this is old? Dude, that's crazy. You know, Generation Beta is being born right now? The beta males and the beta females, they're being born right now. That's crazy. The 2026 model of babies, they're in the beta testing stage right now, I guess you can say. Oh, dude, they're so. And just come to think, like Gen Z, I would argue, is better with technology than millennials, and then the newer the generations, the more adept, because we grew up with the technology, and then it just gets better, and we become more we're natural learners to that technology. We're faster learners to it, especially I would think for most children, I guess, growing up in the suburbs and in the city environment. I don't know about the rural, but I would think so too in certain aspects. Depends on where you live, not if like in your trailer park or something like that. But Gen Alpha, I don't even know what Gen Alpha I would say would be better with social media and with editing videos than Gen Z is. It's like you have kids that are like 12 years old and they're out editing like, I don't know, like IShowSpeed or something like that. I can't really think of many Gen Z internet influencers or YouTubers or whatever, but Gen Beta is going to be even crazier than Gen Alpha. I think it's just like using AI as the tools to learn in schools and everything. It's like it's going to be starting, it probably is starting in elementary school right now, where they have children using ChatGPT to find out what 5 times 8 is, and it breaks down every single aspect of it. It's like, hey, ChatGPT, break down 5 times 8 in the language of K-pop Demon Hunters. It's like, what? This is crazy. Exactly like what kind of other world the internet and technology has kind of brought us into, it's just, you go into a public space, and if you willingly decide not to go on your phone, you become so much more attentive to other people always on their phone. It's just like they're sucked into it. And I know I sound like your grandfather right now, or your dad. It's them damn phones. Dude, just like literally, like go into a public space or go into a city or like a coffee shop or whatever. Dude, 80%, 90% of the people are just like staring down at their phones, or they're on a laptop, or they're like, what? It's crazy. And I know that most people think that, but it's just like I guess it's the social anxiety of like it's become the new norm to just look down and disappear into your phone, where if you look up and you're actually taking in the moment, people are going to think that you're like creeping on them or you're perving on them. It's nuts, dude. There's going to be people in retirement homes in, I don't know, 40 years, 50 years from now, where that's what they're doing. They're just sinking away into it. They're going to, I think, who is it? Ben Franklin has a quote where like most men die at the age of 25 and they aren't buried until they're 75. It's nuts. And another thing I was thinking about too is I think it's if you spend 5 hours a day on your phone. I don't know what the average life expectancy this is going up to, but you lose 20 years of your life going into that phone. So now people are like, you think about it, and you talk about times like the old days, I don't know, in like the 1800s or something like that. And every time you bring up how different times were back then, and you hint that it was better back then, there's always somebody that's like, well, yeah, they lived till they were like 40. They lived till they were like 50 years old, dude. No way. Yeah, we're living until we're 50 years old. Let's say most people die when they're 80. And they spend 20 years on their phone, they're dying when they're 60. They experience 60 years of living and 20 years on their phone. Or just like looking at a screen. It's crazy. I'm not trying to say I'm the alpha of being off of social media. I mean, there's most people, I struggle with it like a lot of people. But like the people that don't do it, keep doing that. Just don't go on to it. Just stay in the real moment. Oh, it's such a relief to look up. I guess you could say when you're at your, like if you're in a cafe and you're on your phone and you look up and someone's just sitting there, just looking around, enjoying their coffee or their tea or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, dude, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Pick up a banjo once in a while, and start playing it or something like that. What is this? Style sent the next thing, and it is a Fallout 4 or Fallout 76, mainly Fallout 4 loading screen, or it just could be any Fallout game. Is this a shitbox? Yeah, it's an old shitbox that was like spinning around. Use the shitmobile for fast travel. Driving doesn't work, but third does. Oh, drive doesn't work, but third does. Neutral is park, reverse is second. If you want to reverse, put it in drive. Dude, you ever have to blow the horn to start your car? I had to do that once. Yup. Military. Yep, and that's approved by the United States military. There's an old shitbox. Colorado. I don't know how it worked. one bit. I don't know. But it did. The horn wouldn't work. The horn did not make the sound. It just, that's what pressed it, and it happened. I bet there's car mechanics that are listening. They're like, dude, that's you're fucking bullshitting me. You're bullshitting me. Yeah, well, enlist for 4 years, I guess, you know? Why don't you go die for, Israel? When in reality, I think Muslims are the real problem here. I'm just saying Islam's the problem here. Muslim people are great, but Islam is, some might argue the Antichrist religion. Just saying. It's been the West's biggest problem in 1400 years. You know? Now Style is going to put that little thing in the beginning where it's like, the things said on this episode do not reflect WSOR's thing. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. JCW News, wrestling news, for those of you that don't know, has had a headline recently that says Beekeeper Mike beats the Green Phantom and releases live pocket bees into the crowd. Whoa. That's a killer. That's a killer. They're releasing bees? Are they like... What kind of bees are we talking about? Are we talking like harmless honeybees? Are we talking bumblebees? Are we talking like carpenter bees that dig a 3/8-inch hole, by the way? That's true. That is very true. Are we talking hornets? Oh, no, it's not a hornet. He's a beekeeper, not a hornet keeper. Releasing live bees? Also, what happened to the Green Phantom? He beat him. Yeah. But like, the Green Phantom? I think Beekeeper Mike definitely beats the Green Phantom in just aura, name, and everything else. If you're a wrestler, tell me what your wrestling name would be. Throw it into the pigeonhole. I will include it in the next episode. I don't care what it is. I will. Next is Amish Dude. It's a post from Amish Dude. Amish Times create Rumspringa Men. Rumspringa Men create English Times. English Times create Shunned Men. Shunned Men create Amish Times. What? Amish Times create Rumspringa Men. Rumspringa Men create English Times. Okay. English Times create Shunned Men. Okay. Got it. And Shunned Men create Amish Times. Yo! I think this person has it figured out. With my entire rant just about people being so overloaded with technology, I mean, the temptation is there. I feel like we're on a big Rumspringer right now. We've been on a big Rumspringer since, I don't know, the Industrial Revolution, and people just want to go back to that Amish lifestyle, that agrarian lifestyle. Again, them old codgers sitting there with them with them Peterson pipes and their Dr. Graybowl pipes, and they're sitting there with the half and half tobaccos, and they're sitting there with their Sir Walter Raleighs, and they're sitting there by that lake, drinking beer, smoking that pipe, blowing up boats. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Condor pipe tobacco advert. Yeah. Just figure out for yourself. Style says Coors. Oh, it's a tweet. It says Coors is speaking. Coors, our beer is so cold. Me? Is it good? Coors? It's fucking freezing. You know, I think it's the Coors bottles, the glass bottles. The mountains change color whether it's cold or it's warm. So if you're drinking a Coors Light right now, wait till it gets warm. No. You know, a warm beer is a sad day. Quote, not Sir Thomas Jefferson, you idiot. It's Thomas Jefferson. If there's anybody that isn't knighted by the Queen, it's Thomas Jefferson. Just saying. The next one is it's a photo. They say men can't decorate, and it's just white walls, gray carpet, a pack of Marlboro Reds on the ground. How is it leaning? It's leaning up like it's on a stand. Do you have a stand for your Marlboro Reds? That, dude, if somebody is in the crafting business right now, we need to make cigarette stands. You know how there's like pipe stands and stuff for the cigarette cartons? That would be crazy. Actually, you don't really see a lot of like decorations and stuff with cigarette cartons either. You see people like with bottle caps, like they'll put plaster over and they'll have tables with bottle caps. Why don't we have one with cigarettes? That would be actually pretty dang cool. That like frat houses, they'll make the beer box statues or the beer box sculptures or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we need some more of them Marlboro Red, that art out there. So if you're an artist and a Marlboro Red guy or just cigarette person, go for it, man. Next is a text conversation, and someone randomly texted him, "What's up, James? You fucking dildo." He replied, "Who is this?" "Lol, you idiot. It's the Big Biscuit. How you been, dude?" The what? Dude, I want to know what kind of name, what kind of story you have behind you to give you the name the Big Biscuit. The Big Biscuit, the Big Bimskit, the Big Biscuit, Bibbit, Bibbit. Yup. Dude, oh gosh. Are any crazy nicknames that I remember? I don't know. I can't really remember. But hey, you guys want to hear this? I said this today. Man walks into a psychiatrist's office wearing nothing but cling wrap. And the psychiatrist looks him up and down and goes, well, I can clearly see you're nuts. The next post and the final post of the Pigeonhole for this month is by Style. And it's an encouragement to everybody out there to play your guitar today. And this guy has his guitar strap going straight up his butt crack. If you want to see it, go into the Pigeonhole. If you don't want to see it, imagine a guitar strap going up someone's butt crack. You know? That's... Send me your straps. No. Send it to Style. Send Style your straps. Go into the off-air tab under Styles Rubber Radio and just send straps. Whatever you think that means, just send it. But this is what happens once a month. Pigeonhole. Usually it comes out on a Sunday. The last Sunday of the month, usually. And you will go into the Styles Rubber Radio Discord page, submit your anythings into there, and it will be featured on the next episode, just like how it's been. So, thank y'all for, thank everybody who posted and submitted their things in today. It's a good time. Still trying to figure out what to name this episode. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? I think I have the right idea. I think I know what will get them views.
In the night, with the groove so bright, the pitch takes flight, shining his light. Tweets from the timeline, nonsense and glee, breaking it down, come vibe with me. Tweet of the week, it's never blink. Feel like a leak, laughter's the goal, that's what we see. In the Pigeonhole, let the laughter roll. Even Sanofsky, he's on a stroll. With ridiculous tweets, we're never alone. Join the Minute Cast and make it your own.
The preceding program is a StylesRebelRadio.com production.